A strange story about a mysterious house in California took the internet by storm on October 12, 2020. A social media post recounted the experience of a man named Liam, who had saved up enough money to buy a house. But before signing the contract, he noticed something unusual in the architectural plans. He took a photo of the blueprint and sent it to an architect for advice. Unexpectedly, the architect's analysis unraveled a perplexing and even eerie mystery. What was so strange about this house that made a soon-to-be homeowner hesitate? Why did a place meant to provide safety and peace instead become a looming question mark? As you may know, housing prices in California are exorbitantly high, forcing many young people to rent tiny 9 square meters apartments to save on costs. If an office worker earns about $50,000 a year, they would have to save every penny for at least 13 years to afford a standard apartment. As a result, most people have to take out loans or look for cheaper options to ease their financial burden. In 2017, Liam, a 30-year-old office worker, began dreaming of owning a home. But with California's sky-high prices, he remained hesitant. By August 2018, when his wife unexpectedly became pregnant with their first child, Liam realized that if he didn't buy a house now, then when? Determined, he gathered all his savings from small investments and embarked on the journey to find a home for his family. He prioritized affordable houses in convenient locations, and after searching for a while, he found what seemed like the perfect home, reasonably priced, in a quiet residential area, near a train station, and right next to a park, an ideal place to raise a child. Most importantly, it was a freehold house, meaning he would own not just the building but also the land beneath it, an asset with potential for long-term value appreciation. Everything seemed too good to be true. A beautiful yet reasonably priced house in California? Liam couldn't help but feel skeptical. So, he and his wife decided to inspect the house thoroughly. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But when they looked at the blueprint, they noticed a peculiar detail that sent chills down their spines. Between the kitchen and the living room, there was a sealed-off space completely enclosed by 4 walls. No doors, no access, no apparent function. A room with no entrance, no purpose. It was just there, a hidden void in the middle of the house. Although the realtor assured him that the sealed space wouldn't affect daily living, Liam couldn't shake the uneasy feeling. This was the biggest investment of his life, and he couldn't afford to overlook even the smallest detail. Seeking answers, he reached out to friends and was introduced to an experienced architect, Mr. K. After examining the blueprint, Architect K proposed a reasonable hypothesis. The original homeowner might have planned to use the sealed space as a storage area. If accessed from the bedroom, it could have been a walk-in closet. If accessed from the kitchen, it could have been a pantry. But for some reason, perhaps a change of mind or budget constraints, the door was never installed, leaving behind a useless, inaccessible space. The explanation sounded logical, but was it convincing enough for Liam to buy the house? Not quite. Because right after that, through the real estate agent, Liam uncovered an unsettling detail about the home's original owner. The first owner was a man in his 30s, living with his wife and young child. What was unusual was that the largest bedroom on the second floor belonged to the child. When Liam heard this, he immediately relayed it to architect James for further analysis. But instead of reassuring him, James made a chilling observation. The strangest thing about this house isn't that sealed-off space. It's the child's bedroom. According to the second-floor blueprint, to enter the child's room, one had to pass through 3 consecutive doors, a highly unusual design. Why would someone create such a complex entryway just to access a child's room? It didn't stop there. The room had no windows. No natural light, no ventilation. A windowless room is stifling enough, but even the ensuite bathroom lacked a small air vent. Looking at the blueprint, the space resembled a solitary confinement cell rather than a child's bedroom. Why would parents design their child's room this way? Did they not want anyone to see the child? Meanwhile, the parents' bedroom, located at the far left of the second floor, was the complete opposite. It had a spacious balcony, numerous windows, 5 in total, spread across the bedroom, dressing area, and bathroom. The space was open, airy, and seamlessly connected without any restrictions. Overall, there was a stark contrast between the parents' and the child's rooms. One side was bright and open, while the other was dark and completely sealed off, as if designed to hide something. And then, on the second floor, another strange detail emerged. A separate mudroom-style bathroom was located at the far right of the house. In California, where architectural planning is meticulous, bathrooms and toilets are always built separately to ensure cleanliness. Even tiny 20 square meters apartments adhere to this rule. But here, aside from the already separate bathroom and toilet, the mudroom bathroom was oddly built as a completely enclosed space, isolated in the far corner of the second floor. What's more, the mudroom bathroom also had no windows, just like the child's bedroom. Why would the homeowner design a bathroom in such a mysterious way? If it was for privacy, they could have simply installed curtains or placed it closer to the master bedroom. Instead, they chose to make it a sealed-off, isolated space. Setting aside the peculiarity of the mudroom bathroom, architect K couldn't stop thinking about the mysterious sealed space on the first floor. Could it be related to the strange design choices on the second floor? To verify, he overlaid the second floor blueprint onto the first floor to create a 3D structural model of the house. And that's when he discovered something even more bizarre. The sealed space on the first floor, the very thing that first made Liam uneasy, was located directly beneath two rooms on the second floor, the child's bedroom and the mudroom bathroom. Suddenly, architect overall, there was a stark contrast between the parents' and the child's rooms, recalled a seemingly minor yet potentially crucial detail. In the child's room, there was a shelf positioned in the corner. Was it possible that the shelf was actually a hidden passageway? A concealed tunnel leading the child down to the sealed space on the first floor, then through an underground corridor and back up to the mudroom bathroom on the second floor? Why such a convoluted design? If the goal was simply to bathe the child in privacy, wouldn't it be easier to install a normal bathroom within the bedroom? Or was there a reason why the child couldn't use a standard bathroom, necessitating a secret passage instead? A chilling theory began to take shape in architect K's mind, one that could explain everything. But before diving into that theory, let's return to the first floor blueprint. There, a small guest room with a single bed was clearly marked. The fact that the homeowner had designated a separate guest room suggested that the house frequently hosted visitors. Additionally, the dining room was unusually large compared to standard California homes, implying that the family either loved entertaining or had a reason to regularly bring people over. If all these details were connected, the true story behind this house might be far more terrifying than Liam ever imagined. Under the warm glow of the dining room lights, guests enjoyed a lavish meal, their laughter echoing through the spacious home. Everything seemed perfect. But upstairs, a child sat alone in a windowless room, silently waiting for a signal. When the evening came to an end, the ever-polite homeowners casually suggested that their guest stay overnight, gesturing toward the designated guest room. Without suspicion, the guest accepted. They were led to the second floor, to the secluded, enclosed mudroom bathroom, a place seemingly designed for ultimate relaxation. Steam rose, fogging the mirror on the wall. And at that moment, the child received the signal. Silent steps without a sound, the child slipped through the secret passage, a narrow tunnel leading from the corner of its room down to a mysterious void on the first floor, then up another passage into the mudroom bathroom. Inside, the guest was completely unsuspecting. If something horrifying were to happen at that moment, no one would hear a thing. The room was sealed tight, no windows, no witnesses. But if a murder were to take place there, what would happen to the body? Architect James, after analyzing the house's blueprints, discovered a suspicious detail. In the child's room, there was another shelf, positioned directly opposite the secret passage. When overlaying the second floor layout onto the first, James realized this shelf aligned perfectly with a storage room below. This meant a second hidden passage might exist beneath the shelf. If this theory was correct, then after the murder occurred in the mudroom bathroom, the body could be transported through the first secret passage into the child's room. From there, it would be lowered to the first floor via the second passage, ultimately ending up in the storage room, connected to the garage. If a car was prepared in advance, the body could be smuggled out seamlessly, without a trace. However, there was one inconsistency. The secret passage James had uncovered was only about 45 centimeters wide, too narrow for an adult to pass through normally. But what if the killer had dismembered the victim right in the bathtub and then ordered the small framed child to transport the body parts through the passage? As horrifying as this theory was, it made perfect sense. The next question, why go to such lengths? If someone wanted to kill inside this house without being seen, they simply had to draw the curtains. James proposed a psychological explanation. When people want to conceal something, they tend to overcompensate with excessive transparency. Indeed, except for the room where the crime likely occurred, the entire house had large windows, even the kitchen had 3. Such an open design created an illusion of safety, making outsiders feel there was nothing suspicious. But another inconsistency remained. If the goal was to secretly move a body, why not build the bathroom directly above the garage or storage room? That would make disposal far easier, without the need to pass through the child's room. James's answer lay in human psychology. If a crime occurred too close to the front entrance, the perpetrator would feel anxious about being discovered. Therefore, they placed the mudroom bathroom in the farthest corner of the second floor, completely isolated from the street. Though all of this was merely speculation based on architectural plans, it was too disturbing to ignore. Liam and his wife, who had once been enchanted by the house, couldn't shake off a growing sense of unease. In the end, he decided not to buy the property, and perhaps, it was the best decision of his life. Just days later, Liam stumbled upon a news article. A murder had occurred near the two-story house he had nearly purchased. A dismembered body had been discovered in the nearby woods. His heart pounded as he read the chilling details. The phone rang. Liam picked up. "Hello, this is Liam, Mr. Liam, it's been a while. I just spoke with architect James. It's actually kind of funny. But he mentioned that house was, actually, I need to apologize for changing my mind. In the end, I didn't buy the house. Why not? Haven't you seen this morning's news?" Liam tightened his grip on the phone, his voice dropping. "Somehow, a dismembered body was just found in the woods nearby. I heard the victim had visited and even stayed overnight at that house." He paused, swallowing hard. "I don't want to jump to conclusions, but it's disturbing. That's why I declined." There was silence on the other end for a few seconds. "So, what did Mr. James say today?" "Nothing." The conversation ended, but the unease remained. Liam couldn't shake the thought that maybe, just maybe, James's theories had been right all along. A suspiciously cheap house in the heart of the city, hiding strange designs and a chilling story. If it were you, would you dare to buy it?